baritones, whether you're in 4th or 5th grade, if you want to learn how to oil your valves, this is the video to watch to learn how to do it. So your valves, sometimes they get stuck and you need to just put some oil on them to get them to work properly again. There are a couple parts you need to know about the valve. The first part is the part you know best, where you put your fingers. Those are called the valve buttons. And then the part below it is called the valve cap. Okay, so there's valve cap 1, 3, valve cap 2, and valve cap 1. For this video, I'm going to do the 3rd valve. Do not unscrew the button. Always unscrew from the valve cap. If you unscrew from the button, you end up taking the whole valve apart and then putting it back together. It's too tricky for me to explain to you right now. So here is the cap. You want to unscrew that. Lefty-loosey until it becomes loose. See how I'm able to move that freely? Then you're able to lift the valve out of the instrument, out of the valve casing. The part where it kind of sits in there is the valve casing. Okay, so you see the inside of the valve, it's got buttons all around it, and that's how we get the different notes on the baritone. You push it down and it opens up these tubes here that when you push the valve down, the air goes through those tubes. Okay, so the part that you don't oil in the holes, you oil around the holes, because that's the part, when it gets stuck, there's friction between the valve casing and the inner valve. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm not squeezing, I'm not squirting, I'm just putting a few drops. I'm literally just tapping it, maybe a gentle squeeze, but we don't want the oil to come gushing out, okay? And you don't wanna get it all drippy all over the place. Please make sure you do this over a garbage can or over a sink so that you don't get it all over your couch or your clothes or your bed. Then I'm going to place the valve back inside. And what I'm going to do is, there's a valve guide here. It kind of sticks out. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to show it from a different angle. There. That's the valve guide. You want to find the indentation on the inside of the baritone. And I'm going to show you the best I can here. It's right by my thumb. That's where the valve's going to go. So you're going to look for that indent, which is where the valve is going to guide into. And if you can't find it easily, what I do is I just kind of spin it around. I do a spinning and pushing motion until I feel the valve go down, like the valve pushes down like when you play it. So then I kind of hold it a little bit in place, press it down a little bit to keep it in the valve guide, and then I righty-tighty the valve cap back on until it's tight. Good. And then I'm going to work the oil in. I'm just going to press the button up and down until it feels like the valve works a little bit better. So that's it. Just so you know, there is a spring underneath the valve that I just took out. If that ever falls out, make sure that the spring goes in first and then the valve goes on top. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me during lessons.